So we're here to talk about the Black Country Games Fair held in Brierley Hill. It was at the Combat Archery Centre, I think it was called, on Sunday the 17th of September. And like the previous one, which were held in February, I really enjoyed it. Me and Joe made the trip down. We had early bird tickets. We got there just after 10 o'clock, about 7 minutes past. We went through the doors, greeted by Deinster. Yeah, we did well actually. We set off quite, not late, but we I think it was about 20 to 8. We managed to get out of here. And yeah, I know some of you are liking my driving to Miss Daisy, driving with Miss Daisy. But I actually put my foot down a bit. I was top bombing between 70 and 80. Yeah, it was a fantastic day. We'll go through it in a minute. As always, I'm filming this on the morning. This is a Saturday morning. It's a bit crap out there. It's coming up to the autumn in it now. I hate autumn. I hate winter, and I hate spring. Just give us summer. just want warm weather. I can't do with dark nights, dark mornings, cold, miserable. Anyway, complete opposite of miserable was Dana's and Ant's event, the Black Country Games Fair. It was brilliant. I loved it. I think, you know, there's a lot of talking. It's a big talking point at the moment compared to the previous one. I don't think it seemed to get that much. There's not as much coverage, particularly from YouTubers. The first event in February, which I believe exceeded expectations. This one, it was a little bit quieter, and there's been a lot of talk of why that could have been, and everyone's, you know, put the two pennies worth in. But for whatever reason, you know, the numbers didn't turn out as much as they did in February. That meant no. I know, you know, it's Deinster and Ant's. Well, it's just a business, you know. They're making money on this. They're the ones organising it and stuff like that. And obviously the traders want to make money, but you know, to me it made no difference. The event was still a success. You know, again, I keep saying we really enjoyed it. We had so much time to talk to people. There were a load of YouTubers there, people, you know, friends. There were loads of friends there. I think most people have put off mentioning names in fear of missing somebody out, but I'm going to have a go at it. Stalling out, first as you come in to the left was Tootie. So I got a few things off Tootie, a couple of 8-bit stuff, and some other stuff actually. We did like two or three rounds, me and Joe, around the event. There was Craig Goodwin. Craig Goodwin was stalling out, and he seemed to be selling a lot of his odd bits, little bits. I don't know if they're broken stuff or what, but yeah, he seemed to do well selling those knickknacks. We had Retro Repair Bear, Claire and Russ. They were stalling, second time that they had done it. Eddie, Rollcourt and Dylan, both of them were stalling out on the same table. And I think that's it for the stalls, who I know anyway. I think there was Jimmy Retro. I don't know Jimmy Retro, and Darren McGowan. I don't know him neither. So, but you know, there were plenty of stalls. even though the venue itself is quite small, there's still enough to, you know, something to pique your interest. Especially for myself, there were 3 stalls selling 8-bit stuff, which, you know, is really good, considering that some of the bigger events, you know, there's even less. Like Doncaster, sometimes I come away from there without any 8-bit stuff. So, people in and around the event, there was Big Game Al and Gernaldino Plays, Rob Gurney and Al, they were there, they made the trip. We had Retro Ed. Retro Ed, he actually stood next to me, and I wasn't right sure. I was like, is it? And I think I even whispered to Josh, I think that's Retro Ed, but I didn't dare say anything, say hello, in case it wasn't. And then I looked a complete fool. No more than usual, but yeah, and I thought I'll leave it just in case it ain't, but it was. Retro Ed were there. We got James, Import Gamer, Retro Import Gamer. Yeah, James were there last time as well. I believe Ed was as well, wasn't he? He was there. Making his second appearance at the event. Mike from Mali Club were there. It was great to see Mike again. Paul Inknovener, he was there. Did you? Yeah, Paul was there the first time as well. And then this is where I'm going to probably miss somebody out. But I don't think I have. If I have, you can punch me next time you see me. So, what did I get then? Well, let's go on to the pickups. Playing in background, you've got Amstrad games from 1988. A whole hour and a half of them or something. Just playing away in the background there. The good old Amstrad. But I haven't picked any Amstrad games up. I'm going to start with a belter, because this game, it's on a Zeppelin label, which is a budget label, and Matt of Witchfinder 1976, he'd mentioned it in one of his videos the other month, and saying that it's quite rare, quite an hard one to get hold of, and at the time that he mentioned that, he said there was one on eBay at about £70, and I've had it on my watch list for a while. I thought maybe they'll put in with an offer. They never did. It's still there on my watch list, but actually when I've since bought this and I've looked on eBay, there was free on for sale, and the cheapest one was still £28.95, and that was an auction from £28.95, and I got it for £2 at the event, and that is Tai Chi Tortoise. Like I said, it's from Zeppelin. Let's get the old glasses on to see stuff. I believe it's a platformer. I've never played it. Don't know what it is. But yeah, Tai Chi Tortoise. So I'm absolutely buzzing with that, because, like I said, on eBay it's quite an expensive game, depending on which seller you use. But I've got it for £2, absolute bargain. Don't think that was off Tootie's stall. It was a stall just a bit further around the corner from Tootie. In fact, I think I've forgotten who. Trouble with me is I take all stickers off and then just put everything together, and then I forget who sold me what. So some of these maybe from Tootie, but I can't remember. Anyway, this next one is Ghostbusters. But it's the original one. It's in the clamshell. It's got the instructions. It's in really good condition. By Activision. I think I've mentioned it before. Look, guess what, of 8. I don't think there's that many people that like this game, but I don't think it's bad. I mean, bear in mind, the first time I played this were on the Spectrum, and I thought it was really good at the time. So that's just stuck with me. This one was from Tootie, I do know that. This is a Dragon 32 game, and it's on the Microdeal label. Microdeal is a publisher. Because I'm going for this subset on Dragon 32. It's really the only collection I'm going for the Dragon. This is Mansion Adventure 1. There were a couple of these Mansion Adventures and different adventure games. The Microdeal set it's quite hefty. It's bigger than I expected. Microdeal also did release games on Commodore as well, but I'm not going for a subset of those. Again, I think this one on Tootie's store. I picked it up. It has no relevance to me whatsoever. I just picked it up because I love the name and I love how random it is. It's on the Spectrum. It's by Pirate Software. Seems like a budget label, $1.99 range. This is Call Me Psycho. Look at the cover. It's a baseball player with a gun. It looks like it's a baseball player with a gun. And you read the blurb and it's absolutely ridiculous. Mega Battle Droid SK021 / KO 987, nicknamed Psycho, is out to do battle with Hans the Jabberwocky, his arch enemy, who is holding the world to ransom. Psycho must defuse numerous doomsday devices before becoming a multinational hero. Absolutely bonkers. Written by Martin Hartley and Paul Scriven. But yeah, I mean, the mission brief is just bonkers. Satanic Professor Hans the Jabberwocky has issued his greatest ever ultimatum. Either he receives £100 million plus 20 BMX bikes. Oh, and a bucket of shiny pebbles, his favourite food. What? They were on something, weren't they, when they wrote that. They thought that game up. They were on something. Call Me Psycho. Call the creators Psycho. Next we've got another Dragon 32 game. I just liked the cover, and it's funny because I've just gone through the Harry Potter films and it just reminded me of it, the name, the Pettigrew's Diary. It was cheap, it were only £1 or £2 off Tootie's stall, so I threw it in, and got it. Pettigrew's Diary from Shards Software. I'm assuming it's some kind of adventure game. I like it because it's got kind of a inlay, but it's also got this. Why they didn't just print it onto the inside of the inlay? It's got this like a little manual sheet, instruction sheet, leaflet inside the cassette. Crazy. You know, surely they'd say they send someone just printing it on the other side of the inlay. Pettigrew's Diary. Excuse me. Next we've got another Dragon 32 game, and again it was just a cheap one, so this is, first I couldn't make it out, and I couldn't even make out the image. This is Lionheart. I since realised it's some kind of knight on a horse. Compulsive, great fun and totally addictive. Dragon Club News. It's by Peaksoft. It's got a long story. I'm not going to read you all that out. But I don't know what kind of game it is. Again, it was cheap. I just liked the cover, even though I didn't even know what it was. Lionheart. Yeah, yeah, this were off Tooties as well, and I found this quite strange because I had to look and make sure that it wasn't an Amiga game at first, because this is Area Attack. Area Attack was by Jurel Software originally, but this is on the Encore label, budget label. Yeah, it's on a double case, double sized case. Usually Encore budget label on single cassettes. There's only one cassette in. It's not. I just found it interesting because I don't understand why it's in a double cassette on budget label Encore. Like I said, I had to check that. I thought, is it actually Commodore 64? But yeah, it is. I used to love Area Attack on the Spectrum. I don't think I played it much on the Commodore, if at all, but the Spectrum version was fantastic. Me and my dad used to play hours on that, taking it in turns, trying to beat each other's score. Brilliant, loved it. This one, again, it must have been from Tooties, I think. This is the sports pack. I may well have this. I do collect. There's quite a few of these packs. The action pack, the sports pack, the thriller pack and stuff like that, horror pack. They're by Prism Leisure, and strangely, they're similar to what I've just mentioned. Sometimes they do double-sized cassette cases. It's only one cassette in. There's only supposed to be one cassette in. And some of them are on the single case. Sometimes, which I'm pretty sure of this, they've got the double cassette case and the single, the sports pack. There's no difference in them. Same game, but just different sizes. I'm pretty sure I took a punt on this that I didn't have the double size one. I've only got the single one. Toby did me a really good deal. Because I bought some other stuff later on. We went back round again after we had a bit to eat and drink, me and Joe, and then I decided that we were setting up another subset, which I'll get to. And then Eddie passed this on to me. It's Action Man Atom Alpha Teens on Machines on the PlayStation 2. Yeah, like a pudding head. I got rid of all my Blast collection when I got rid of my PS2 set, and then decided that I wanted them back. So Eddie passed this on to me. He'd not got rid of this, so he kept it for me. So cheers for that, Eddie. Absolute star. And like I said, we went for something to eat because they did food at the event. I thought it was fine. It was spot on. They did hot pork, or cobs as they call them down there. If you said that up here, nobody would know what you're on about. It's bread cake. Hot pork on a bread cake. But we were sat and Joe were on about how she'd like to collect Tomb Raider stuff. All the Tomb Raider game. So I said, well, yeah, let's do it. So we went back round. And I think both of these were off Tooties' stall. We've got, on the PS1, we've got Tomb Raider. The original blocky boobs Tomb Raider, Lara Croft. I never got into the Tomb Raiders, the early versions. I could play them now because, well, I suppose Uncharted took inspiration from Tomb Raiders, but I love the Uncharted games, and that's basically what Tomb Raiders are now. But the earlier ones, the blocky one, I couldn't really get into. I didn't like them. But we've got that one. That's to kick us off as collection, Tomb Raider collection. Well, I say it, it's Joe's really, but you know what I'm like. I get involved. Next, we've got Tomb Raider 2. I don't know if this is the actual official release because to me it looks like a classics or a re-release version with the black and yellow chevrons. So I don't know. Anybody can enlighten me. Is that how it were released? I'm pretty sure it would have been in the style of that. Oh no, that's platinum version. So that's not even the official release, is it? Yeah, well. Well, anyway, that's Tomb Raider 2. It was still shite. We moved on. I've no idea who these next lot are off. But we've got PlayStation 2 Lara Croft Tomb Raider Anniversary. So at this point we were just going around and any stall that had a Tomb Raider game that we'd not already put in his bag, we were buying. Don't look too bad actually at that point, but I'd never played them. From the original Tomb Raider, I've never played any of the Tomb Raider games. I just took a dislike to it and never played them. I ain't even played any of the newer games. I've seen Joe playing the newer Tomb Raiders, and like I said, they look very much like Uncharted, so I probably would like them now. But I don't know at what point it took on that like Uncharted vibe. Next we've got another PlayStation 2 Tomb Raider. This is Underworld. Very dark screenshots. I know there's a lot of Tomb Raider fans. Another PlayStation 2 release. This is Tomb Raider Legend. Got more of I don't know, an anime look to that, I'd say. Not so much just a cover I'm on about. Maybe that's a switch to the Uncharted type of game, I don't know. Anyway. Moving on to Xbox 360. It's the same game, but just on a different format, obviously. Joe wants to collect every iteration on every format. Just the same game, different system. And then we come across this, and we thought this were a really good. I think it was £10, and it's Tomb Raider. It's on 360, and this is the survival edition. It's in this big, thick box. It's in really good condition. Comes with that. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. The game. That looks alright actually. Graphics. By the time it hit the 360, we're getting into really good graphics. That must be a map of some kind. I'm not going to unfold it all out. And then we've got an art book, a bit of looks of it. An art book, upside down. So yeah, looks alright. Yes, the art book, I have no idea what characters they are. But yeah, that's a really nice item. Put it back in its box. Let's say on the back what that is. Double-sided island map, poster, the Art of Tomb Raider book, 10 downloadable tracks from the original score, protective survival pouch, that's what it is. Off Eddie's stall, well, we'd actually seen this game on another stall. This is for Joe's order collection, and it was at £25, and she was in an hard and she didn't know what to do. But then we actually came round to Eddie's stall, and he'd got it even cheaper. And then he did her a deal. So, can't thank you enough for that, Eddie. Finished my tea off. This is Tim Burton's The Nightmare. What's it called? The Nightmare Before Christmas. Oogie's Revenge. Capcom game. Eddie asked if didn't you have this? I said I can't remember. I can't remember, but yeah, it's all complete, lovely condition. And then Jo also collects Resident Evil games, other stuff as well, but she also wants the Resident Evil game, so she bought a couple of those. So I'm showing Jo's pickups here. I keep trying to convince her to get into YouTube, but she won't have it. She won't have it. This is PlayStation 2 Steelbook Resident Evil 4. It's in really good condition. Limited edition, don't know why. But yeah, usual gubbins in there. And then come across a stall selling these two. We thought they were really good. I think they were £10 each. GameCube Resident Evil, we thought they were really cheap. I was surprised that they'd had not gone already. Anyway, we just got the normal Resident Evil. What's a Resident Evil remake, isn't it? I think I've played this one. Pretty sure I have. The remake. And then on same again on the GameCube, Resident Evil 4. I think this is Jo's favourite of the old series, Resident Evil 4. Whether it's a Nintendo Wii version, I'm not sure. But she's played that many. I don't know. I don't know what she's completed and what have you. So yeah, that was a Black Country Games Fair. Pickups and little review. Like I said, I thought it was brilliant. I know some saying it was the wrong time of the month to have it, but I just like the fact that you can go in there, you can see everything. Like I say, it's not that big, but to me it's ideal. You can see everything, you can see everybody, and it's just nice. You can actually chat. I mean, obviously you could more so this time because it wasn't as busy, but you can chat and not get in people's way. You can get to all the stalls easily enough. It did fill up a little bit, I think, because I remember saying, Stu asked me, he says, what's it like compared to last? And I must admit that I looked around and thought, I think it's about the same. Whether that was its busiest period when he asked me, I don't know, but you know, there did look plenty of people in there. But it did thin out very quickly. I think that was the thing. You know, come 1 o'clock, or around about that time, maybe a little bit after, it had really thinned out. But I don't think it's going to stop Dainster and from doing it again. Hopefully there's another one there's talk of February 2024. Get your send down, make the trip. I will be, because I love it. And from rumours, there's probably going to be a little bit more to it next time. So I think it'll be spot on. It is my favourite event, and I'm not being biased just because it's Dainster. I'm really not. Doncaster is the biggest one. I've been to that several times, and I don't know. When it gets really full, I cannot do it. I cannot do it. You know, there's all the sweaty bastards stinking place out, and it's just too full. You can't get to tables. It's great for sellers, obviously, but for such as myself, I can't do with that. I just go up to the bar hard way, because I can't be doing with them kind of crowds. I ain't got you know, all wrong with me, claustrophobia, all that. I just can't do it. It just annoys me. So, but yeah, like I say, I think it's in my opinion, it is the best event, and it's a lot more sociable. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, Dainster, the organiser, he'll speak. You know, I think he spent most of the time near the entrance talking to people. You know, you don't really get that anywhere else. You know, it's get in, spend your money, please, and then sod off. Anyway, that's how it seems. But yeah, all in all, cracking day. Me and Joe had a really good day out. Talked to all his friends, and you know, what more can you ask for? Roll on February, I think. Hopefully in February 2024 for the next one. Thank you for watching, and see you later.